Welcome to our show, Hong Kong Brief. Today, we dive into the exciting developments in the tech world as Kingsoft Cloud embraces AI technology, leading to a remarkable profit surge and positioning itself for future growth. With strategic partnerships and rising demand for cloud services, it's clear that Kingsoft is on the cutting edge of innovation. In the world of finance, Hong Kong stocks are making waves, with the Hang Seng Index enjoying its best month since May. Investors are rallying behind electric vehicle manufacturers like Li Auto and BYD, driving the market higher. With positive economic data from the US fueling optimism, it's a thrilling time for investors in the region. However, not all news is positive, as two veteran journalists in Hong Kong face convictions that raise serious concerns about press freedom. This ruling reflects a worrying trend in the city, where media outlets are increasingly resorting to self-censorship. Stay tuned for more on these significant developments. Please continue watching for detailed content. South China Morning Post reports on the impressive transformation of Kingsoft Cloud, a leading independent cloud service provider in China. The company has embraced a high-quality and sustainable development strategy, significantly enhancing its profitability amid the rising demand for cloud computing and AI technologies. In the past 2 years, Kingsoft Cloud's gross margin has climbed from single digits to 17%, and its EBITDA margin has turned positive. The company achieved revenues of 1.89 billion renminbi this quarter, reflecting a healthy growth trajectory. Notably, Kingsoft Cloud's strategic partnerships with Xiaomi and Kingsoft, as well as collaborations with top large language model ventures, position it favorably within the AI ecosystem, driving further growth in AI service revenues. In another development, South China Morning Post highlights the resurgence of Hong Kong stocks, particularly among electric vehicle makers like Li Auto and BYD. Following a recent sell-off, investors have shown renewed interest in these companies, leading to a 1.1% rise in the Hang Seng Index. Li Auto emerged as a standout performer, surging by 5%, while BYD's stock climbed 3.3% after positive earnings reports. The upward momentum in the Hong Kong market reflects broader optimism stemming from favorable U.S. economic data, suggesting potential interest rate cuts by the Federal Reserve. This positive sentiment was echoed across regional markets, with gains seen in Japan and South Korea as well. Japan Times brings attention to a concerning development in Hong Kong, where press freedom faces significant challenges. Two prominent journalists from the now-defunct Stand news site have been convicted of conspiring to publish seditious materials, a ruling that underscores the diminishing space for independent journalism in the city. With authorities intensifying their crackdown on dissent, local news outlets are increasingly resorting to self-censorship, while some foreign media have scaled back their operations. This landmark ruling serves as a stark reminder of the erosion of press freedoms in Hong Kong, raising alarms about the future of independent reporting in the region. South China Morning Post reports on the vibrant second day of the Olympic stars' visit to Hong Kong, where they were met with enthusiastic crowds and participated in various events. The day was marked by a gala show that sold out all 5,100 tickets in just 35 minutes, showcasing the public's eagerness to celebrate these athletes. Local athletes, students, and discipline services members also had the opportunity to meet the Olympians, while the stars enjoyed sightseeing at iconic locations like the Peak and Victoria Harbour, further strengthening the bond between the athletes and the community. In another inspiring story, South China Morning Post highlights the achievements of Chan Yuilam, a Hong Kong athlete who won a silver medal in the women's 100 meters butterfly S1 at the Paris Paralympic Games. Chief Executive John Lee Kochiu praised her extraordinary capabilities and perseverance, emphasizing the pride and thrill felt by the people of Hong Kong. Chan's recent accomplishments, including gold medals at the Asian Para Games, illustrate the potential and talent of athletes with disabilities in the region, and Lee expressed hope for continued success for the Hong Kong delegation in future events. Lastly, South China Morning Post covers New World Developments, NWD, strategic efforts to reduce its debt, with a target to lower its gearing ratio below 40% by 2027. The conglomerate has made significant strides, completing over $2 billion in repayments and refinancing, while also increasing onshore borrowings to optimize its financial position. NWD has attracted considerable interest in its recent bond offering and is reportedly in talks regarding a substantial bid for its K11 Art Mall property. Despite facing challenges with net debt levels, NWD's proactive measures and asset divestments reflect its commitment to maintaining a solid financial footing in the competitive market. The Globe and Mail reports on the shocking case surrounding the death of Yuking Anita Mui, a realtor from Markham, Ontario. Her charred remains were discovered shortly after she was reported missing, leading police to issue an arrest warrant for 47-year-old Zhixiong Marco who fled to Hong Kong on the same day the remains were found. Investigators are working to uncover the connection between Hu and Mui, as well as his ties to 3 youths recently charged in relation to the case. The investigation has revealed Hu's ownership of a construction business in the Markham area, raising further questions about the circumstances surrounding Mui's tragic death. In a vibrant exploration of Hong Kong's food and beverage scene, the South China Morning Post highlights the success of local brands like Bakehouse, COA, and Elephant Grounds, which have gained popularity both locally and among mainland tourists. Bakehouse, known for its delectable pastries, has become a must-visit destination, with long queues forming outside its multiple locations. While the idea of expanding into mainland China seems appealing due to the growing demand for premium food and beverage products, business owners face challenges such as fierce competition and the need to adapt to different consumer behaviors. Despite these hurdles, brands like COA and Elephant Grounds have successfully established themselves in the mainland market, showcasing the potential for Hong Kong's culinary offerings to thrive beyond its borders. The South China Morning Post also covers the exciting start of the 2024 Paris Paralympics, where China has already made a significant impact with multiple gold medals and world records, including a stunning performance by cyclist Wang Xiaomei. Hong Kong athlete Chan Yui Lam shone as well, securing a silver medal in the women's 100-meter butterfly, further solidifying the city's reputation in Paralympic swimming. The article captures the thrill of competition across various sports, including basketball and tennis, while also reflecting on the broader sporting landscape, including the ongoing US Open and the cricketing achievements of Joe Root, who has equaled a notable record in Test cricket. South China Morning Post highlights the remarkable journey of Vivian Chow, affectionately known as Jade Girl, who captured the hearts of many as a cantopop star in the 1990s. Born in 1967, her career took off after participating in TVB's New Talent Singing Awards in 1985. Chow's enchanting love songs and wholesome image resonated with fans, leading to a slew of hit albums and acting roles in popular films and television series. Despite her sudden retirement in 1997 at the peak of her success, Chow's life took many turns, including a high-profile relationship with Joe Ni, her eventual marriage in 2009, and a gradual return to the public eye through charity work and sporadic performances. Even after stepping back from the industry, she remains a beloved figure, celebrated for her contributions to music and her compassionate endeavors. In a push towards sustainability, Cathay Pacific Airways has called on the Hong Kong government to devise a comprehensive plan to facilitate the transition to green aviation fuel. The airline has set an ambitious target of utilizing sustainable aviation fuel, SAF, for 10% of its total consumption by 2030, a significant increase from its current usage of just 0.03%. Grace Chung, the airline's general manager for sustainability, emphasized the need for government support, including subsidies and logistical assistance, to overcome the challenges posed by limited global supply. As the aviation industry grapples with its carbon emissions, Cathay's commitment aligns with Hong Kong's goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2050. The airline sources its SAF from various regions, and with a projected increase in global supply, Chung remains optimistic about scaling up usage and reducing costs in the long run. The South China Morning Post also delves into the societal implications of artificial intelligence through a selection of engaging podcasts that explore the technology's impact on human relationships and jobs. The series Shell Game features investigative journalist Evan Ratliff experimenting with a voice agent, raising questions about the increasing interactions between humans and AI. Bot Love examines the emotional bonds formed between individuals and chatbots, while Black Box addresses the ethical concerns surrounding AI technology, including bias and diagnostic tools. Each podcast offers a unique perspective on the rapidly evolving landscape of AI, encouraging listeners to reflect on the potential consequences for society, particularly as millions of jobs face obsolescence. With a blend of entertainment and critical analysis, these podcasts serve as a thought-provoking exploration of our relationship with technology. Financial Times, in a significant diplomatic move, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan reassured Chinese leaders in Beijing that if Kamala Harris were to win the presidential election, she would responsibly manage U.S.-China relations, easing concerns about a potentially hostile approach. Sullivan's meetings with both President Xi Jinping and General Zhang Youxia, a top military official, were aimed at reinforcing the continuity of diplomatic engagement under a Harris administration. This comes at a time when Beijing is increasingly wary of how Harris might influence foreign policy, particularly given her limited public commentary on China thus far. Meanwhile, China's central bank made headlines by purchasing a substantial amount of long-dated sovereign bonds, signaling its intent to stabilize its booming debt markets. South China Morning Post, Terry K. Owens, the 24-year-old son of NFL Hall of Famer Terrell Owens, has signed a lucrative 3-year contract with the San Francisco 49ers, marking a significant step in his burgeoning football career. Despite initially having a passion for basketball, Terry K. found his footing in football during college and has since drawn attention for his potential. His famous father has been a guiding force, providing invaluable advice and support as Terry K. embarks on his professional journey. With a contract worth approximately $2.8 million, Terry K. aims to carve out his own legacy in the NFL, following in the footsteps of other notable legacy athletes while establishing his unique identity. Guardian, the Paralympic Games in Paris kicked off with a spectacular display of talent, as 19-year-old Poppy Maskill made history by winning Britain's first gold medal in the S14 100m women's butterfly, setting a new world record in the process. Maskill's victory was a highlight of a night that also saw fellow British swimmer Tully Kearney secure gold in the S5 200-meter freestyle, overcoming significant health challenges to do so. The evening was filled with excitement, as a sold-out crowd witnessed multiple world and Paralympic records being broken. Among the standout performances was local favorite Hugo Didier, who clinched gold in the men's S9 400-meter freestyle, while Brazilian swimmer Gabriel Zinho, who has no arms, captivated the audience with his remarkable win in the men's S2 100-meter backstroke, showcasing the spirit and resilience of athletes at the Games. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.